Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'd like to introduce you to William. William is 16 months old. He likes blocks and forts and basically anything that goes. His first words were Dada and yup. And his favorite book is The Little Blue Truck. Now, William is my second to youngest grandchild. So why do I have him here today? It's not simply because he's adorable. Obviously, he is, right? He's adorable. But I have him here because I want you to know that every time I look at William or any of my 7 grandchildren, I'm reminded of why I do what I do. And that is because these children are our future. Did you realize that 85% of today's children will eventually be employed in jobs that have yet to be created? 85%. So while every one of us has faced a future that's a bit unknown, it's an even more stark reality for these kids today. When they're asked to dream big, and he really likes this, when they're asked to dream big, he can't even begin to, because their reality has yet to be created. So who will be walking these campus paths in 50 years? Will it be your niece, your nephew, the neighbor girl? Will it be one of your grandchildren? Or could it be my William? See ya! Good job, buddy. Well, today I'm going to ask each of you to stand up and lead this university into the next 50 years. Because I know that every single one of you can make an impact on the University of North Dakota. The UND Alumni Association and Foundation supports this university so it can prepare students for the future, even though that future may be unknown. I certainly hope you are all a part of this future. And we know that this future is going to be shaped by the students who walk these campus paths today. These students are going to be your children's, your grandchildren's teachers. They're going to be your lawyers. They're going to be your nurses. They're going to be building bridges. They're going to be flying unmanned aircraft. And they're going to be out there to cure illnesses. Our alumni and friends this last fiscal year donated more than $18 million for scholarships. $18 million for scholarships. And $7 million had an immediate impact this year. $7 million went to students on this campus this year. And that's important because the cost of attendance for North Dakota and Minnesota students hovers right around that $19,000 per year mark. And our students are graduating with $23,000 of student debt. And 2/3 of our students have to borrow money to go to school here. And they're students like Jacob Greenmeyer. You might recognize him even.
As a farm kid from North Dakota, I was raised to face challenges head on. But that was put to the test when I was diagnosed with cancer as a teenager. Now, I'm determined to help kids overcome illnesses like I did. So I started my journey at the University of North Dakota. With hard work and determination, I'll help others like my doctors helped me. I'm making my impact. How will you make yours?
Jacob is doing incredible work. A childhood cancer survivor chasing this dream so he can help children with the same kind of great care that he received. You may not realize that as a high schooler, Jacob received a $10,000 UND and Me Viking scholarship to attend UND. Well, here he is 6 years ago.
UND was practically the only one that I was really interested in. So I was pretty determined to go there, but the scholarship kind of cemented it, I guess. To be picked from so many kids, that was surprising but exciting. I went back to school and I was kind of wired when I went back to class. I couldn't really focus.
Go UND!
Very proud of Jacob, and I think it's the right choice, especially given their medical program and the things he wants to do. I can't think of a better place.
So I know that you're a cancer survivor.
Yep.
And you do a lot of
helping other people with that.
Yeah.
Why is that important to you?
Well, not everybody is as lucky as I was to be able to have a second chance to live life and get through it. So I think it's important to go through and talk to other people about my story so they understand that anybody can get through it, and also that there's people there for them.
Imagine the relief his family must have felt when he received that scholarship. I can't imagine the heartache and stress of having a child go through a childhood illness. And I can't imagine what their medical bills would have been like. They would have been astronomical. But that scholarship set Jacob on this path. And that scholarship will change lives for families like Jacob's well into the future. And countless of children battling illnesses will be served by Jacob. These are the students who stand up and lead our society into the future. We should want to support these students because their future is so bright. And speaking of bright, let me tell you about our freshman class. Our freshman class is the most gifted almost ever in our UND history. They have more presidential scholars than ever before. They have more than 160 honors program students. They have the highest incoming GPA of any class, and actually they have 2 students in that class who scored a perfect 36 on the ACT. These are extraordinary students on our campus, and they are why we do what we do. The students and the important people who educate them are UND faculty. Every day, faculty stand up and lead our university to greater heights by providing a great education for these students, and at the same time undergoing cutting-edge research in UAS, in health sciences, and in energy, just to name a few. Those faculty include Continental Resources Chair of our Petroleum Engineering Department, Dr. Vimeg Rasoli, who has really changed the trajectory of petroleum engineering education at UND, and it's the only program of its kind in the state. Dr. Rasoli led the opening of the HESS Virtual Reality Lab just last October. Can you imagine our students could be in an oil field in the Bakken without ever leaving the classroom? Dr. Rasoli would not be here if it wasn't for Continental Resources and Harold Hamm and the gift they made to establish an endowed chair. And he couldn't be doing the research in the HESS labs if not for a great gift for the HESS Corporation. These friends of UND have impacted the future of countless individuals, and Dr. Rasoli's work is testament to that. His research in energy production has established UND as an authority in energy education and also in the research and development world. He has exposed our university to the world, which helps us bring more high-quality students and high-quality faculty to this university. Our faculty are focused on educating the 15,000 students on our campus and preparing them to enter the workforce. And at the UND Foundation, we want to keep those high-caliber faculty and high-caliber students. And we know that our alumni and friends get it. Just this past fiscal year, more than 9,000 alumni and friends gave to UND through the UND Foundation to the tune of almost $35 million. And our endowment, thanks to all of our donors across the country, sits at almost $280 million. That's impact. About a month ago, I had the opportunity to attend the Faith Hill and Tim McGraw concert at the Ralph. And when Tim McGraw was singing his song, Always Stay Humble and Kind, it made me think of our alumni, our friends, and our donors. He says, when the work you put in is realized, let yourself feel the pride, but always be humble and kind. Putting in hard work, feeling the UND pride, staying humble and kind. It makes me think of our alumni and friends like David and Lola Munson. Just this summer, before David's 80th birthday, they made a $2 million commitment to establish a telemedicine institute at our School of Medicine and Health Sciences. This will create a better healthcare delivery system for patients in rural areas. And its alumni like Greg Shaga and Amy, his wife, they let us know that they left a $1 million gift in their will to establish STEM and InMed scholarships. This will help provide a special focus on introducing Native Americans to medicine and the hard sciences. It's the more than 1,500 donors, and many of you in this room, who supported our students by giving to the UND Promise Scholarship. This initiative was crucial to increasing our scholarship offering to that wonderful incoming freshman class. All I can say is thank you and thank you for standing up to lead UND into the future. Now, this little guy on your screen, his name is Caleb, and he just turned 4. But Caleb already knows that he wants to be a pilot. Well, Caleb will graduate from high school around 2032. What does being a pilot in 2032 mean? What will aviation education even look like in 2032? What we do know is that our nation faces a pilot shortage right now. In fact, Boeing projects that we will need 790,000 pilots by 2037 to meet that growing demand. Our John D. Odegaard Aerospace Sciences, which is celebrating 50 years this year, is standing up to lead the nation by educating the best of the best. Those pilots so sorely needed across the globe, even today, are graduating with loan debt averaging $57,000. And surprisingly, that's lower than the national average. Future pilots like Caleb need our support. We need them to fly our planes that we travel in, the planes that deliver essential goods and services to everyone. We need to lift up the Odegaard School and all of our colleges and schools on this campus to increase their scholarships, funding, and their program support so that our future graduates can respond to the societal challenges of tomorrow. That is why our focus at the UND Alumni Association and Foundation is on creating sustainable funding for scholarships, for endowed faculty positions, and for upgrading our facilities, like the College of Business and Public Administration and the building that will be adjacent to the UND Athletics High Performance Center. Did you realize since that High Performance Center opened just 3 years ago, our track and field teams have broken more than 46 school records? That has really proven the advantage of year-round indoor training. Well, we are committed to all of our students, and we are committed to those student athletes that every opportunity they have to perform at the highest levels, we will be there for them in competition, in the classroom, and in the community. And our community is a huge part of who we are. This year, more than ever, Grand Forks and our university began to partner in revolutionary ways. A couple of those key initiatives have been enhancing the Greenway and connecting new Americans with community. This has been made possible through the Main Street Grand Forks Challenge to address Governor Burgum's Main Street initiative. Our university is a leader in this community in so many ways, and we need to continue to educate the leaders of tomorrow. The community of Grand Forks has been good to us, so we need to return that favor. In fact, UND and the city of Grand Forks have partnered to put on this event today, and we thank them. You make our university better, and you make our community a better place to live. Now, I know President Kennedy is here, and Mayor Mike Brown, I saw him earlier. Stand up, President Kennedy and Mayor Brown, please stand up. I need you to stand up again. You're going to stay standing now. Mayor Brown, stand up, stand up. You two are leading us into the future. And these two standing here are not the only leaders we have in this room. So I ask each of you, if you are a current student, stand up. If you are a UND faculty member, stand up. Stand up if you are an active duty military or veteran. Stand up if you were the first in your family to attend college. If you are a parent or a grandparent or a guardian of a current college student, stand up. Stand up if you've ever received a scholarship. Stand up if you've ever given to your university. Stand up if you love the University of North Dakota. Whether you go to any of our UND athletic games as a member of Champions Club, if you're a guest speaker in a classroom, or you mentor students, if you hang a Fighting Hawks or a North Dakota flag in your work or in your office or at your home, whether you give back by giving of your time, your talent, and your resources, you are leading this university in the future. Today and going forward, we stand up and we lead together. Thank you.